Do you know that in Ukraine, in the old time, lived Cossacks, Ukrainian warrior, who had superpower?
Яка ж гульня гарна.
Горілки все одно пити не будемо.
Чого товариство забажає?
And one of them is from my village in Cherkassy region in central Ukraine. Hello to everybody, welcome to this channel Amazing Ukraine. My name is Irina. Before the war I was tour guide in Kiev and I greeted different people from over the world and provide for them tour in Ukraine. After the war I had to move to England, but nevertheless I support Ukraine by this channel because I believe if everybody of us will be supporting our country, we will come back home and the war will finish, for sure. So this story was written in 19th century, more than 150 years ago. In Kiev, in university, there were young people, students and professors who loved Ukraine, although in that time Ukraine was part of Russian Empire. They united and they tried to speak Ukrainian, they tried to publish books, they at least tried to write books in Ukrainian language and actively support Ukrainian ideas. One of them was our poet, the greatest poet of Ukraine, Taras Shevchenko. He wrote his the main book, Kobzar, but as you know, he had very radical position, and this position was totally different from the position of Russian Tsar, so he was sent to Siberia. Other teacher of Kiev University was Panteleimon Kulish. Probably you don't know about this guy, but he also was very clever. He wrote many books about Ukraine, and during every summer he traveled around Ukraine and he tried to gather different interesting stories, poems sung about Ukraine. So one great day he came to my region, Cherkassy region in central Ukraine. Our village is about 200 kilometers from Kiev to the southwest. So he passed our village, but he have seen something unusual. He have seen the big stone and the big grave. And on this stone he read that it's called Pisanko stones. He was wondered who was Pisanko. He came to the village and asked local people. And people in my village told him amazing story about local Cossack whose surname was Pisanko. Pisanka means Eastern X. It means beauty, beautiful X. In that time, local people all the time have to fight with Tatar tribes. Our region is between forest zone and steppes. In steppe used to live nomads, and in that time there lived Tatars. Very often they came to Ukraine and grabbed Ukrainian girls, Ukrainian kids, took animals and transported them to Istanbul, to Ottoman Empire. They turned them to slaves. That is why local people all the time united in community and fight with Tatars. Cossack Pisanka, of course, defended his motherland as well. And local people told, when Cossack Pisanka joined the battle, they always won. He was very courageous and brave during the battle. And it is not only about his courageous. When bullet was shot by the enemies, he strengthened his hand like this, and bullets came back to the enemies. Of course, local people were proud of Cossack Писанка and treated him as a hero. When he was old and died, they buried him just in the beginning of the village, so every traveler can know about local hero with such incredible superpower. But time moved on, and instead of Russian Empire came even worse Soviet Union. Many people were forced to join collective farms. Many people in that time took care about materialistic things, economical development, and did not care about spiritual life. Many churches were destroyed in that time. Not only churches, but also old graves. We don't know when demolished was Писанка stone, but we know that around 1980s, collective farm workers just destroyed his grave. They did not care about history and famous people from the village. But what is the most interesting? Till now we have people who have Писанко surname in our village. And in the beginning of 20th century, this family was famous by their voices. All people from that family had beautiful voice, and all of them took part in church choir. One of them, Ivan Писанко, was head of the church choir. He raised this choir on the highest level, and as daughter of Ivan Писанко told me, she also took part in this choir. Journalists from Kiev came to village and they recorded their choir. They invited girls to join opera theater in that time. And the most interesting is, from this family came famous Ukrainian opera singer Igor Burko. He have a lot of concerts in Ukraine and abroad, especially in US, in Canada. It shows that Ukraine is strong with these roots, and our history is important.
Нічко цікавая, нічко лукавая, нащо людей чарувати? Квітами віяла, зорями сіяла, як ті зорі дістала.